Hello, my beautiful Sagittarius, and welcome to this timeless reading. Whenever you get this message, it's meant for you. If you're here for your Sagittarius Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, welcome. Your overall energy is a big one. It's leave your usual social circles behind. Seek out true companions. It's a number 9, so like you're ending a journey. You're ending a stint in your relationships or friendships or family ships. It's kind of that kind of energy. And look at this. We have 2 fox here. Fox are important animals because, you know, they're clever and sly and they're a little sneaky. And they're a little bit of trickster animals. So them showing up, you know, they're also playful. But I could say that leaving your social circle behind tells me that some of you are perhaps still hanging out, hanging around people that, you know, vampirize your energy, or you just know they're just not healthy. You know, people who overstep their boundaries with you, people who, you know, you're Sagittarius. You love to go out drinking. You love to have fun. You like to socialize. You love people. But then it's harder perhaps for you to step away from that. And this is asking you to do so in a big way. It's like, I almost feel like, I don't know. It's definitely like, you know, seek out true companions, meaning there's people around you that are fake, you know, or they're not real. They're there because you have money, because you have status, because you're beautiful, because usually Sagittarius women are beautiful and men, right? You know, like you bring something to the table kind of thing. You have, you know, they might be vampirizing your energy as well. Like it's time for you to take a step back and observe the personalities in your life, the people, the close relationships too. So I always like when this card shows up because it's also a very good indication for you to start cutting the cords, you know, start cutting ties, leaving behind, meeting new people. You know, it's not like because we leave something behind that we don't meet new people. It's because if we don't cut the cords, even this could also be old, you know, exes or old people that you're friends with still, and it's like just cut the cords so that you can open the door and open the chapter for someone new to come in. That's a big one for a lot of us out there. So, oh my God, the 6 of Swords is exactly that energy. Hilarious. She's on the boat. She's bringing her 6 swords with her and her child. She's leaving everything behind. Like she's bringing the 6 swords. Like she's bringing her 6 best friends or her partner or whatever that is for you, right? 6 of Swords means mental. It's like your energy. She's still bringing that with her. Let's say she's still bringing her grief with her, or her, you know, her mistrust with her, but she's still making the effort to get on that boat and leave. So when I see these 2 cards come together, I feel like definitely Sagittarius is somewhere in your life. It could be, you know, your sibling, it could be your parent, your, you know, like family, it could be your partner, it could be your friends, it could be your work mates, it could be whatever, you know. Could be your roommates, your neighbors, whatever it is. Or your drinking buddies, you know. It could be these one person, many people, only you know. But they're very heavy, their energies. I feel them. I feel like a lot of gossip behind your back. I feel like people there could be one or many people that perhaps are not looking out for you. And that's where you get to a place, because it's nice and fun and dandy to have fun and to have those best friends, but when they start to falter and you keep holding on to them and attaching to them, you're doing it at an ego level. You're not doing it at a heart level, because your heart would say just release, because we don't have attachments in this lifetime, right? So Are you on the way out? Are you been thinking about this? This is like it's a preparation card. Six of Swords. It's like time to really put all the swords in your boats, you know, like put all the eggs in your basket and really look at things and say, where am I drained? Where am I giving and not receiving? Where, you know, what relationship is like completely draining my battery? Where do people take advantage of me? Where, you know, that kind of, this is the energy. Leaving a job behind, leaving something behind that has completely depleted you. Interesting. The Four of Coins. The Four of Coins is, the Four of Coins is an interesting energy because it could be money, stability, growth, but it also could be greediness, holding on to money tightly. So, you know, if I look at these together, is there a place, is somewhere in your life where you're needing to leave, but you're maybe attaching to someone because you believe in your heart that you won't be able to make them, like, let's just say, I'm just going to give an example. You're in a partnership and, you know, you have this urge or to leave, you know, or you're being pushed out of a relationship or whatever, but a part of you is afraid of leaving the comfort and the security, and you're holding on tightly. So you're attaching to your partner, you're attaching to your parent, you're attaching to whoever that is, because you don't believe in yourself to be able to make more money or whatever. Yeah, there's a little fear here of scarcity, a lack mentality showing up with these six and the Six of Swords in this. This is a Capricorn energy and this is a Gemini energy. I just feel like not only are you being asked to leave your social circles, but you're also being asked to leave, you know, but now if I think about it, if saying it out loud, social circles has to do with money, right? It has to do with wealth and has to do with stability, financial stability too, right? So, you know, some of you are feeling like, oh my God, I need to, by me leaving, then I won't be part of that group anymore, or that status, or that hierarchy anymore. And it makes me uncomfortable, Sabrina, and I just want to hold on to it. So, of course, these are general readings. I'm not gonna, yeah. 10 of Pentacles is your freaking challenge. The 10 of Pentacles is an energy of financial stability. The 10 of Pentacles being like the abundance, the inheritance that you've made, or the estate settlement that's come to you, or the lottery, or if you're the divorce, the alimony, or whatever this is. It's like, it's not in your favor here. It's feeling very uncomfortable for you. So I feel like I don't want to only pigeonhole it to relationships. So like, you're leaving a job, that means you have to leave behind your bonus. You have to leave behind your benefits. You have to leave behind the pension. You know, you have to leave all that behind. It's very uncomfortable for you, and that's why you're going to just stay with this. But the universe is urging you to get the F out, is what I'm telling you. You know, it's like, stop following that constricted rule of, oh, you know, you're never going to have enough, you're never going to make enough. And that's showing up here for you with your job, with your relationship. You know, it could be with your friends, social circles, your friends circles too, who are all about money, 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 and designer brand bullshit, whatever. And here you're being like asked to move away from that materialism. And it's a tough nut to crack, right? Because if you're used to a certain lifestyle, then you always want that lifestyle. But it doesn't mean that you, like, I almost feel like some of you will still have money, but it's just the idea of the status kind of energy here. There's some of you that will lose the money. There's going to be a financial setback. for sure here. But if you're getting the message to leave and there's a financial setback, I could only imagine something wonderful happening. The Nine of Cups, which is happiness, fulfillment, reward. So Saggy, this is an important message showing up here for you, because this is a lot of people have experienced this as well, where you're given a message to step away, to shut down a business, to stop a friendship or whatever, or end a relationship, to close a chapter of your book, of a story. And when you do that, you will experience a financial setback, you will experience a loss of a loved one, you'll experience a discomfort, you can experience a little bit of a tower moment, right? Because that's the ebb and flow, that's the cause and effect of doing something, right? That's the human world. But the universe is like, but we will reward you. You will, this is a necessity, because you've been holding on to this. You've been attaching to money or wealth or status or power, or you've been attaching to it so in your home and your pension plan and your retirement savings and all of this. You've been attaching it out of poverty mindset, lack mentality, out of I am not enough, or out of fear, scarcity. And that's not the energy that needs to come into the new path. That's an energy that needs to leave with the social circles that make you feel like shit, right? This is not where we're supposed to be. We're supposed to always be feeling fulfilled and rewarded and abundant and loved and blessed. And the reason we don't is because we have these programs that are still stuck in our system. So Saggy, I feel like you're being encouraged, and you will, and encouraged to make a move in wherever it is that you feel is necessary for you, because it's very clear. You start off with the Six of Swords. There is a full stagnancy. There's somewhere in your life that you're just staying for the sake of staying. There's a scarcity, fear. There's something here that's holding you from actually becoming the greatness of you. And a lot of it has to do with people around you. Family, not disappointing the family, not disappointing the social circles, right? Not disrupting the community, right? Where let's hide everything, let's pretend, whatever. There's a very interesting energy here. And it's all for the reasons of social status, or fear of not having enough. And the Nine of Cups is it's like the most beautiful card you can get. It's a card of the cups will be filled. Your cups you'll be filled once you go through this chaos, once you go through this destruction, once you accept the fact that this fear of not having enough money or not having enough love or not having enough anything is just all made up in your mind. So once you release that from your ego, your mind, this will flow in, right? I keep telling people we're just constantly just focusing on the wrong things all the time. And if you just shift away, just say, oh yes, I'm not supposed to have the money right now, and I just accept it. So that's your advice is split. Oh wow. Split your focus. Amazing. I know. Split your focus. So right, focus on what brings you joy. Focus on what brings you what makes you feel healthy. Split your focus on, put your focus on you, not on what other people think, not on what other people want from you, not this is where we get stuck. Not on the fears and the blaming and the shaming and the guilt and all the bullshit and the lies. They lied to me, and it doesn't matter. Focus on your next steps. Focus on health and wealth and happiness and freedom and peace. OMG! Look at this card. It's enough. You were born enough. Oh my God, I love this. You know, you think that I script these. I don't script these things. I don't even look at the cards. It's freaking awesome. Totally, you are enough. You don't need anything more. You don't need to acquire anything new. You don't need to chase anything. You don't need to look for something. You don't need to, you don't need to go force something. You don't need to do anything, because you are enough. And this is wow, because every human on this earth is abundant and loved and smart and innovative and whatever it is. We are it. We are enough. But the program says you are not enough. You need more love. You need to find the perfect mate. You need to be rich and successful, and that's how you will be free. And this is like a potent reading, because when you fully move into yourself and you fully own whatever it is that you have in your life at this moment and say, okay, that's enough, more will flow in. When you find yourself in a place of peace, when you have peace of mind of where you're at in your life, how much money you have in the bank, even if you have $10 in the bank, I have enough. Thank you. I am enough. The universe is perfect. Here you go, $10 million in your bank account, right? Or like $10,000. And I really literally believe it. I truly do. I had a discussion with a friend of mine, and we talked about this, and he's like, well, I can't possibly have 10 million in my bank account. Well, I said, you'll never get it then. It's all about you truly believing that you are worthy of that. Okay? Will 10 million come into your bank account next week? No. Maybe. If you truly believe that you are everything, the universe will give you everything, right? Will give you whatever it is that is part of your blueprint. And that's enough. And that's what's happening here for you. You're being encouraged to walk away from somebody, something that's been holding you back. And you have been staying for linear reasons, for comfort, for other people, not for yourself. Nothing is about you here. You've been only holding on and attaching to something. And once you let that go, or let that person go, fulfillment comes in. That's the reading, people. And you have a lover's card, and it's friendship. Nurture the bonds of friendship within your relationship, and your love life will dramatically improve, right? So friendship is showing up for you, whether it's in your relationship or with your friends. That the social circles, it's like open the lines of communication between your friends. People shouldn't be around you because you have money or because you provide something for them or whatever. People should be around you because they are naturally your support system. Whether you have $10 in the bank or $10 million in the bank. And that's discernment. So take it for what it is. There could be a new friendship coming in because you're leaving something behind. There's new soulmates, new soul tribe members coming in. It's when we start to release all these stagnant and unnecessary energies is when things start to flow in. What a beautiful reading. So, one last message for Sagittarius, please. That's a pretty good one. Okay. Instead of taking on the fear of others, I reflect love. And that is exactly the fear that we take on usually comes from other people. our parents, our family, our community, our friends, our everybody, like, oh, you know, you should be worried about the money, you should be worried about your status, you should be worried about your education, you should be worried about, you should be the, and it's like, that's your freaking issues, people, not mine, right? I don't, when you see fear, when you see guilt, when you see blame and shame, and you just bring it up in your field, forgive it, release it, let it go, reflect love. That's how we move through this. And then we have creativity flows from me. I am a divine creator. So some of you are being called to really move into your feminine energy, which is your creative energy. Like, you know, that's how the flow comes in. That's how those 9 cups start flowing over in abundance, because you're doing things because you love to do it, because you're blessed, because you're skilled, because you've been gifted this, but not because of money, and not because of security, and not because of fear of not having enough when you die, or when you are like, and then you go in retirement. You know, that's the change. That's the difference. Because those people who always just like, I'm going to save money, save, I'm going to put in my, everything save for the retirement. Those are not people who fully enjoy their retirement. Because they're still afraid. Oh, I have to live another 10 years. You know, it's like a constant fear. Replace it with love. Change it. Change the story. Okay, this is like a pretty like concise and understand, like everything made sense this week. It just was like, here, boom, boom, boom. I hope this resonated with you. If not, check your rising and your moon as usual, and also you know, if you can support me on a monthly basis, that would be great. But if you can support me however you can, by liking, sharing, comments, subscribing, or super thanksing me, or Ko-fi, or buying my notebooks, or booking a session with me, that would be awesome. I love you, and I'll see you next time. Bye.